G'day! Yeah, baby! What's going on? Dude, 2025 is all about it. I have not stopped working on the reno, on some YouTube stuff for you sexy humans out there, for some business stuff with the brand I'm launching, brother, for some marketing stuff that I'm doing for my dad. Mate, it's good. We got momentum. The lighting is fucking sexy, brother. Yeah! This year is a good one. I don't know, man. 2025 as a vibe. Oh, that's cringy as 2025 as a vibe to thrive. Woo! Nah, suck on that, mate. But dude, I don't know about anybody else, but it feels like 2025 is the year, and this is cliche, but it's the year that it's all gonna happen. And I'm not talking about some BS New Year's resolution stuff. No, I'm talking about energetically, right? In the world, in society, it feels like we're all kind of getting it. It feels like we're all aware that we are able to develop ourselves. It feels like we're all aware that we can start implementing things in our life to make it better. So we can feel better, so we can think better, so we can be better. That's what it feels like, dude. And of course, that's only my reality, and it's the world that I live in with my past and my goals and my present moment and the things that are happening around me. It is just my reality. But if you know what I mean, man, drop a comment below. Because it's about what I'm learning, right? Even today. So I'm currently working on a brand on the back end so I can actually add some value to the guys. That is more than just me talking to a camera. And of course, so I can teach you a little bit about business, a bit about how we can make some money in a really simple way that just works. So I'm testing it for myself and also bringing it all together. All the things that I've learned over the last few years, bringing it all together to actually see if it's all been worth it. To see if this self-development, this business development, the time, the energy, the money that I've invested into myself is actually worth it. That's really it, dude. To just test some things, see if it all works. And I may as well just give you some value. That's it. Happy days. We all then win. And what I was doing today, I had a call last week with the bloke that I was up at Hamilton Island with, and we really vibed, man. We learned a bit about, well, I taught him some breath work stuff. He was one of the OG blokes who stuck around when I used to facilitate breath work up there for the few months I was there. We haven't reconnected in person, but we've been in comms online. And basically we jumped on a call last week, and I said, hey, I'm building this thing, building this brand, I need some help. And I don't do that. I do not like asking for help. What he's actually helped me with is a bit of the designing, a bit of the aesthetics of the brand. And I'm just like, woo! Somebody's helping me, man, amazing. But when I speak up and I ask, I actually receive, which is the simplest thing once you do the thing. But in the moment, dude, I do not like it. It tickles my ego a bit much. So I'm grateful, dude. I'm very grateful that I get to support, because he's like, man, I'm loving this. I'm enjoying doing something that I wished I'm doing what he said, not word for word, but what he said was, I'm enjoying doing something that I have always wanted to do. And that makes me really fucking happy. So, man, this year for me is about just connecting with humans again, with some normal humans. Well, not normal humans, but I've hung around some pretty unique characters over the last few years to learn, to upgrade, to invest my money and my time into. And that works, but I became a very niche person. For the newbies with business, what niche means, if you niche down with the business, means that you get really, sometimes stupidly specific on a certain product, a certain avatar, a certain group of people. So that's what I did for myself unintentionally. niche down the type of people I want to hang around, niche down the type of conversations I wanted to have, the type of relationships I wanted to have, the type of things I did with my day. Very, very niche and stupidly specific. Which then, of course, leads to a very, very tight-knit circle. But when that tight-knit circle starts, the knitting starts coming undone and a few individuals don't show up in a way that works for me anymore, then I've got to start rethinking who I'm hanging around. So, time to just build with the humans, man. My motto has been, with the bloke down in Melbourne who's supporting me with the brand currently, has been, let's help the humans and make some money. That's it, dude. I want to help people, and I know that I need money to create choice, to create freedom, to create the life I want to live. That's it. And the only way I can truly do that on a large scale is by talking to people and asking questions and asking for help and working together on various projects. So it's been gnarly. It's been a ride, man. I've got a few projects on the go in the back end that I'm toying with, that are big, that are juicy, that are scary, that will create really cool stories if they work or if they don't work. Honestly. And my mindset over the last few months, because I mentioned before, I've had that burnout period. The last few months I've consumed really, I've been around people, but then also consumed content and stuff that isn't providing an open mind. It's not providing big ideas or big products or big conversations or big projects. So then my reality of the world and my dreams and my ideas and my actions are fucking small and minute and boring and a bit So coming out of 2024 into 2025, mate, I woke up so I was binging. I'll give you a little bit of the 2024 stuff before we get into mate, how good. But I was binge watching Netflix. I just couldn't be bothered. I'd hit the gym, and yeah, it was working. I was eating a fair bit, right? Not tracking my calories or anything like I'm doing now, but I was prioritizing food, which I kind of used to suck at because I would just consume ideas and business and building stuff rather than eating, which is kind of weird, but yeah, it's just what I did. So, and I used to chain smoke vapes, bro. Yeah, I was sober and all that, but I was chain smoking vapes. Why? Because I needed a hit. I needed to take the edge off. I needed to numb out the bullshit so I could get work done. Nicotine was my stimulant. And then it became caffeine and cigarettes. Because I started working on the tools. My body was like, okay, you're moving your body, you're on the tools. What did you do when you used to be on the tools and in the mining industry? Yeah, you'd get on the ciggies and the coffee. And then I woke up New Year's Day and I was like, yeah, sick. I don't want any. Not because of anything, but I was like, no, I don't want any. And yeah, so I haven't had a dap for over almost 2 weeks, which is cool. And I haven't had coffee for like a month. Maybe I've mentioned that, don't know. But my brain either goes 127,500 miles an hour, or it's just like, dude, I'm tired and I'm dead. And yeah, so it's a journey, mate. It's a journey. But coming into 2025 with that, like putting all the crap physically, metaphorically, and energetically back in that year, mate. It's good. So this year for me is just, I need to be around humans. I work so much better when I'm around people, when there's conversations that I had, when we are building something. If I'm on a work site, building, like I've been doing this renovation. When I'm there with people, mate, it is amazing. I love it. I feed off of it. From there alone, it's not a vibe. And and then the same goes with business. What I'm learning is I can't do this alone. So this year's going to be a big one for Delegate. Well, the next 3 months, I'll be honest. I don't even know what the fuck this year's going to look like, but I know what the next 3 months are going to look like. So that's exciting, mate. That is exciting. But investing money into the business, because you know what? I'll be straight up. All of the stuff that I've done, the only amount of money that I've actually invested has been into courses and mentors and subscriptions. I haven't decided to, and I'm talking the most, like over the years I've invested maybe 20 to 30 grand probably by now in all of the things, from courses to subscriptions to retreats to events that I was co-hosting or co-facilitating at, like lots of fucking money. That's a car, mate. This year I want to put money on the table, bro. I want to say, cool, here's $1,000, let's turn it into 10. Here's $500, let's turn it into 7.5. And I'm talking about I need to basically employ humans and that are here to make some fucking money, and open for me to pay them, open for me to lead them in the projects that I need, open to build, to create success, not just for my projects but for themselves, man. So I'm here to, right, I work best at a position of leadership, right? Of delegating. Please, can you do this? I need these 3 tasks to complete. Of leading somebody, okay, cool. What, like coaching, right? I did coaching last year, amazing. Mindset coaching, did some for the guys in FIFO, as well as life coaching, helped a bit of business coaching, business consulting, all of this. I work well in that place. I thrive in teaching somebody else something that I've done. I'll give you an example. I like using frameworks for coaching people. So if we've got a project we want to complete, whether it's on yourself, cool, I want to make $5,000 extra a month by, I don't know, 6 months time. Amazing. We'll look at a way how to reverse engineer all of that using a specific framework that I'll literally intuitively create. Most of the time it's using 3 parts to then break down those 3 parts into 3 parts within each part, and those become small, minute atomic habits, you would call them. Read that book, and that then can be broken down in a way that the client, that the human, that the friend, that the partner can understand. Okay, cool, this is how we're going to complete task X so we can get to task Y. It's simple stuff. So I work well in that, and I just want to do more of it. That's it. And I want to do less editing. I don't want to be editing this, dude. I don't want to. I don't want to be taking photos of myself. I don't want to be doing videography. Why? Because I tried it. I tried the editing. I was doing 40 hours at least a week just on editing for the client stuff, and then I would edit my own stuff. I enjoy writing. I enjoy copywriting. I want to write a book, right? That's a thing that I'd love to do, because I have enough written content that we can turn it into a book fucking easily. That is a dream. That is a dream for me. So that is not a priority right now, but it'll be a priority in the future. So this year for me is about learning stepping up in what I want to do, what I want to build, and humbling myself in these tasks. Because I'll tell you, bro, I want to do it all alone. I'll be honest. I want to do it all alone. I want to work on the projects alone. I think this is just a belief that I've created. I believe that I can do it all alone, that I can work it all out alone, that I can build the thing alone, that I can make X amount of dollars alone. Because then I have won. And And why do I believe that? It's because the only person who has actually made the decision out of getting out of rock bottom, of putting in the steps and the reps and the actions to get out of rock bottom, was me. People were there to have a conversation about it, to check in with me every now and again, but nobody stuck their neck out and pushed me to be a better human. Nobody did. So what I resort to is just doing it alone. And it works, and it has worked. I've saved my fucking life by doing things alone, 100%. But there's also things I would never be where I am right now if it wasn't for other people. That's just the truth. So it's accepting that and realizing that, and then taking initiative to ask for help, to talk to people, to not be this superior person or believe that I'm this superior person, because it's a lot of BS, mate. That's what it is. And it's taken me a while to realize that. When I was 19 years old and got introduced to some pretty hectic, in-depth, potentially traumatizing self-development procedures, that made me really think that I was better than everybody else. It really made me think that I had figured out something that nobody else had my age. It really made me believe that I'd cracked the code. Being able to just pack up everything in my life and live and literally do whatever I wanted. I was traveling around New South Wales because I felt like it. I was living on a farm for a little bit because I felt like it. And I was traveling in Bali. I was in Bali for like 4 months in total last year. Not because I'm a special snowflake, or so I thought I was, but actually because I put in a bit of a framework and some ideas and just fucking made it happen, right? It's very simple. I had two 10 grand, I made over 10 grand twice in a month last year. Last year was about building belief and trust within myself and losing it all, bro. Losing it all. Losing the plot, chain smoking, just getting back to the procrastination, burning out. And this year, which I've proven to myself already, just follow the plan. And only plan for a few weeks ahead, brother. Don't push yourself too much, mate. You're human. Because what happens if you plan everything out, like today said after I finished working on the Renault, I would go to the gym. Am I at the gym? No, mate, because I felt like going for a drive because I'm tired and I just want to cruise because I get to see what an epic countryside we've got in Australia, mate. That's what I felt like doing. Am I wrong? Am I stupid? Am I anything? No, I just felt like it, alright? So it sounds simple. Don't follow your plan. But also it's very hard to not follow a plan because I tell myself, well, if I don't go to the gym then I'm not gonna be fit. And if I'm not fit, then I'm not gonna be sexy, and then I'm gonna feel bad about myself, and if I feel bad about myself, then I'm not gonna be confident, and if I'm not confident, I'm not gonna be able to have the motivation to get up and get after it. If I'm not gonna get up and get after it, then I'm gonna get fat. If I'm gonna get fat, then I'm not gonna get my sexy European wife that I've always dreamed of getting. And if I'm not gonna do that, then I'm gonna be sad and lonely, I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna die alone. Am I dead? No. Have I found the sexy European wife? Not yet, brother, but it's on the cards. I've got to make it to Europe first. But man, life is good. It's fucking happening, and I just wanted to hop on here, have a yarn with you sexy people, and mate, get amongst it. And I think I need to go to the gym, I'll be honest. I think I do need to go to the gym. I need to get these babies going. Bit of back and boys, man. A bit of back and boys. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So, yeah, mate. The gears are in motion. right? The gears are in motion. And that's what it's all about, man. Just keep on moving. Just keep on moving, keep on going, keep on growing, keep on building, keep on fucking keeping on, mate. Because if you're not doing that, you're gonna be stagnant. You're gonna be sitting there like a twat, man, doing nothing with your life. And it doesn't mean you need to get up and get after it every single day, feel motivated, caffeinated, be disciplined, whoos. Nah, don't do that all the time. Oh, mate, what you need to do sometime is just get out and get amongst it. Check the scenery out, brother. Woo! Hold up, hold you donkeys. Just hold up. All right, ready? She's about to pop out the trees, mate. Woo! Yeah, baby. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah! So, dude, life's good, mate. Life is good. But it's not good because somebody made it good for me, or I asked all the gods. Nah, I just did a bit of work, brother. Put a few things in place. Just blocked out the people that I do not have any energy for. Blocked out the people that I just, like, bro, I had a message the other day, and apologies if you're watching, man, but it is what it is. But dude, I got a message, somebody replied to some post I put out on Facebook. I think it was about relationships and stuff, and replied with a paragraph. And just saying some things about women that I didn't particularly agree with. But also I wanted to hear the bloke out, right? Because I know people hurt, and hurt people they just throw their shit against the wall, and that's cool, man, because I've done that. But yeah, it was a bit much. It was a bit much for my liking about some opinions of women and projections, what you would call them. When I learned to respond rather than jumping on the bandwagon of let's objectify women on fucking Messenger because I'm a little bit hurt because a few of my exes weren't that good, and we just get off on all of those conversations. I don't want a part of that, dude. If we're here to talk crap about anybody, but especially women, and if we're here to, it's just not a vibe, mate. Not a vibe. The Aussie culture it can be rough. It's like, I'll be straight. This is how many Aussies talk. They say, the bitches are these bitches. I'm just not getting enough of them. Or they're just not giving me what I want. Or I just don't get it enough. Right? Would you say that with your missus around? Yeah, I know she's not there, right? But I don't know, man. It just doesn't sit right with me anymore, bro. The same thing about if you do something that's a little bit how you're going when you've been on the piss, that hurts somebody's feelings, maybe ruffle some feathers, don't give me the excuse that it's because you were drunk. Deuce, fuck that shit, brother. Because you know what? When I've been drunk and I've hurt people's feelings, yes, I was drunk and I was intoxicated, but you know what, man? When I woke up the next day, when I woke up to myself, even a few years later, and realized, wow, that was just not on. Yeah, that's why I got a talking to by the older blokes. That's why I got a talking to by the dad. That's why she didn't feel right. That's why she felt uncomfortable, right? Even though she didn't say much, but that's why she was uncomfortable and you had a bit of a vibe. Yeah, bro. Pull your head in, mate. Pull your head in. Otherwise, yeah, just fucking learn some respect, mate. It is what it is. So I'm gonna chuck a U-turn in a moment. These mountains are beautiful. I've got to show you in a sec. I'll let these trees pass. So overall, man, I think if we can, well, I'll go back to what I was saying, right? When I learned to remove the stuff that I didn't need out of my life anymore, and I started doing things for me, keeping in mind the people around me, not burning bridges, just walking across the bridge. It's like, yeah, I'm moving away from my hometown. I'm moving away from the town that I predominantly grew up in. Or, no, I don't want to be in this relationship. Or, you just stop talking to people. Stop putting in any effort. And the real ones show. In a way that's respectful of everybody and their boundaries and who they are as people and what they're going through. So yeah, bro. Just don't be a pushover, mate. I'll sum it up with that. Don't be a pushover and grab 2025 by the fucking testicles. Yeah! Get amongst it. And win. Not because I told you to, not because Andrew Tate fucking told you to, not because some other misogynistic coach out there told you to, but because you want to. Because you feel like it's your fucking duty this year to get up and get after it. And you might get to the end of this month or this week or today or this year or the rest of your deathbed, dude, and realize, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I took those steps. I'm glad I made the hard decision. I'm glad that I did that thing that I knew I should have done for the last few years. And I'm glad I don't regret not making that decision. Because indecision is still a decision. Nah, dude, I need to go hit the gym. I've got too much energy. I'm going to be up too late, brother. I need to be asleep in about an hour and a half, man. We've got to get up and get after it, but just check this out. Woo! I'll end off on a happy high note, man. Just don't be a pushover in life this year, anytime, man, because you're a lot better than that. You're so much better than being a pushover, being a cuck to the world, to the other people in your life, brother. So let's get amongst it. Us, us, us. I'll show you. Yeah! Peace out. Have a good one. And I'll see ya when you're looking at me. Yow!